You're listening to the John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris. Good Monday to you, sir. How you doing?
You know, it's the latest in the year that I think I'm going to have to mow my lawn.
Oh, yeah.
Again.
Yeah, it is time, isn't it?
Because normally, fortunately, I can give it up. Usually, like by mid-July, it's burned to a crisp. And
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm
We
good.
got a little bit of rain, though, that our lawn, when we bought our house, we hadn't had to mow it at all. And then all of a sudden it's rain. It's like, oh, I thought this was one of those non-mowing lawns, but apparently it's not.
It just ain't right.
Yeah.
It just ain't right. Hey, I don't know how you're celebrating, but I know I'm getting a designated driver. It is National Tooth Fairy Day.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
You ever like, how did that even come to be? Who is this? Like,
Well, the
what?
Tooth Fairy deserves a day, too.
Yeah, I mean, but how did that whole? Who invented
who said,
like it's?
I don't know.
She's going to take your tooth.
It's like, oh, you lost a tooth? Hey,
Yeah.
we need to
Well,
do
the Tooth Fairy
something
showed
about
up and took it.
Yeah,
And
that's a
calling-
very weird tradition.
Instead of
isn't it?
calling the police for burglary of a tooth, we just celebrate the
Well,
Tooth Fairy.
apparently the gifting thing happened, I don't know, several hundred years ago. French and Italian people apparently fired it up for whatever
Of
reasons.
course.
Oh, you know
The
those French and
French.
Italians. You know they can get. Oh
how
boy!
they are.
Did you do that thing with Taylor and Troy with your
They
kids? if
love
lost
white things. Those French.
it? Yeah, they do.
Usually white
normally
flags.
truce flags. Yeah, but
Yeah, our kids, I think we did.
Oh yeah, we did. Absolutely, we did.
I was not involved. I never connected with the Tooth Fairy. It was always Heidi that worked with the Tooth Fairy for all of that
Oh,
stuff.
I loved it. Yeah. Taylor would make a little bed for the Tooth Fairy.
I remember when the
really,
Yeah, she'd make a little bed out of like Kleenex because she figured the Tooth Fairy was tired
Wow.
from all of her
I just remember when,
travels.
So it
when
was
I
a
was a
thing.
kid, I would get like, a quarter, and our kids got like $10, and I was like, I got some teeth I don't
Our
need.
kids did not get $10.
well, these days, like today, you got to get inflation one. That's probably a couple $1,000
I'm saying, I could pull my teeth out for that much.
just to make a bank. Hey, we got a triple threat of funny ladies for birthdays today.
Right?
I'll be darned. Kristen Wiig, Saturday Night Live, bridesmaid.
I like
Very funny.
Kristen
Yep,
Wiig.
And she's 49 today.
Oh, nice.
Valerie Harper, Rhoda Morgenstern from Mary Tyler
yeah.
Moore, remember? Then she did her own spin-off series, Rhoda.
Rhoda, yeah.
And let's see, Shirley Feeney
Shirley Feeney.
of Laverne and Shirley,
Laverne
Cindy
and
Williams.
Oh, yeah.
I loved Laverne and Shirley.
Did you?
Yeah.
Big fan, huh?
I did. I would
Okay.
watch it every day after school.
See, I watched
Absolutely
I watched
loved
it for Lenny and Squiggy.
I like
loved
them.
Lenny
They
and
just
Squiggy.
cracked me up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cindy Williams is, holy cow, 75 today.
Nice.
Wow. Okay.
Son of a gun. Historically speaking, a little bit of presidential stuff. It's, holy cow. Gosh darn it. Who knew? 1975, President Gerald Ford. And everybody actually, nobody remembers Gerald Ford.
Oh, yeah. I remember he was president. But
Not really. 1975, President Gerald Ford survives second assassination attempt
Was that
in
Twiggy?
17 days.
Really?
Was that the lady that tried to kill him?
Both times it was
Yeah.
ladies, John. Yeah, this particular one on this day in 75 by Sarah Jane Moore.
Oh, Sarah Jane.
San Francisco, California. Yeah,
I guess I wasn't
even
even aware he had murder attempt.
twice.
Yeah, a couple times.
Twice. Yeah, Sarah Jane raised the gun, got off one shot. The guy next to her actually had grabbed her arm. Turned out he was a Vietnam vet.
Oh, wow.
Saved the president's life.
Wow.
And lost her to
Nice.
the ground. She did get off a shot, but it didn't do any damage. And
Lucky for him.
Previous 7 days earlier in beautiful Sacramento, California, which by the way is the capital of California, in case you didn't know.
Yeah.
So there you go. Lynette Fromme. We knew her better as Squeaky.
Squeaky.
She was part of the Manson family
Yeah.
drug-addled lunatic
I said
squad.
Twiggy. I was wrong. Squeaky.
Yeah.
She had been paroled
Yeah.
and decided to take out Gerald Ford, packing a 45 caliber.
Imagine Gerald Ford. Yeah, after the second one, he's got to be like, "Is it something I said?"
Yeah, it's like I've done absolutely nothing. Just
what did I
leave me
do?
He's
alone.
done nothing.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
literally done
He did
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah,
That is insane.
it really is.
So yeah, Squeaky said she did it to impress her buddy Charles Manson.
Okay.
So yeah,
Good call.
I remember that, the Squeakster.
Here we go. Squeaky.
Cute
Wow.
cute little redhead.
A little bit insane from the sounds of it.
Okay, it was 2003. I remember watching this story. I was just glued to it because I thought it was pretty awesome, actually. This day, 2003, Alabama's Chief Justice Roy Moore is suspended from the bench by the federal government for refusing to remove a Ten Commandments monument from the state courthouse.
Good for him.
This is a big deal. It was one of those first shots across the bow on this kind of thing that's become kind of regular anymore. And you think about it, it's the Ten Commandments.
Yeah.
It's at a state house. It's whatever. Well, it's just really pretty controversial things like don't kill, don't steal, don't covet, don't cheat on your spouse.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want that kind of,
all the
hateful rhetoric.
The negative vibes going on in government buildings.
Yeah.
All right, what else? 1901, I was a big fan until I had to pay repair costs. 1901, Cadillac Motor Company is founded.
Okay.
Nothing rides like a Cadillac. I mean, seriously. Yeah, I own two of them. They're pretty amazing. And 1 year later, 1902, coincidence probably, U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt becomes the first U.S. chief executive to actually ride in a car.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Teddy Roosevelt was?
It was Teddy Roosevelt. Yeah.
I
love Teddy.
First he went, woohoo, and then he went, are we there yet? It's all there.
I love it.
It's all there. I know, we all know. We just bust a move here.
Gonna do that. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many of our guests. This year, we have more icons and more fun. Culture Club, The Cult, Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Graham, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort in Cancun, Mexico. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit right now with Elly from the Union Gospel Mission. Elly, how you doing?
Good. How are you, John?
I am fabulous. You guys have got a lot of fun stuff coming up, and it all starts today. So let's talk about what we have happening today with Union Gospel Mission.
We are so honored to have special guest Mark Jonathan Haney. He is the great-grandson of Thomas F. Morse, who is the founder of Union Gospel Mission over 122 years ago. He is doing a special chapel service, sharing an original song called The Stack of Bibles to the mission and all of the people that are attending service that night.
And that's coming up tonight. What time does that happen, and how do I go if I want to come be a part of it?
So we are hosting chapel every night at 7 p.m. So tonight, 7 to 8 p.m. at 220 North Weber Avenue, right in the Men's Center Chapel area.
And it's a really cool place, a beautiful, beautiful building, but it's not just the building, it's all the people that make this happen. But none of this would happen without this guy's great-grandfather, because when, they came up with this idea and they launched this, I think it's really cool that he's going to be here tonight and kind of carrying on the family tradition, if you will.
Absolutely, John. And what's really neat about this is Mark had shared with us in an email request when he first emailed us to ask if he could come and do this. We said, absolutely. And he said, what an honor as a tribute to my family and my history. Because the gospel mission has been something that has really been dear to their family for years. And so he's considering this an honor to be able to come and share this special song and his gift with everybody on that night.
Yeah, it is really, really cool. And it's tonight. Is it tonight and tomorrow night? Am I reading this right? It's 2 nights?
We have 2 special guests coming to the mission this week. Mark Jonathan is tonight, and then Pastor Ren Strassman is located out of Oklahoma City, and he shepherds a church out there and travels the world speaking and teaching and equipping people in the power of the Holy Spirit. And he is going to be here joining us tomorrow night, Tuesday, August 23rd, from 7 to 8 p.m. at the same location.
That is awesome. And I've got a link to all of this on our Facebook page to make it really easy to find. Now, some other things that are coming up. You've got self-defense training. You've got Nifty, Thrifty Extravaganza. You've got First Fruits Harvest Festival. As I'm looking at this, you guys have a ton of stuff. If I want to stay informed on what's happening at Union Gospel Mission, what would be the best way for me to stay up to date on what you guys have going on?
Well, John, we try to keep our website as updated as possible. We have a lot of events coming up. So the best approach is either our website or our Facebook and Instagram pages. We also have donors and partners that sign up for email communications. We send out emails, we send out newsletters, we send out mailings. So if you want to be on that email list, all you have to do is email us at office@ugmcfalls.com. or give us a call, 605-334-6732.
And I encourage you to do that. Office at UGMSiouxFalls.com. Get on that list so you can stay in the know. And we're going to talk again for sure between now and then, but let's talk quickly about the human race because that's coming up October 1st. So it feels like it's a long ways away, but it's sneaking right up. And if people would like to be involved in the human race, I've been involved every single year. It is a really neat thing, but people can actually show their support for Union Gospel Mission by being a part of this event as well, can't they?
Absolutely, John. And here's the thing. I love that the Health Connect is raising awareness for the community with 10 nonprofits and agencies. So we're one of those, and we're so honored to just be part of that list to either run or walk to benefit all these nonprofits in the community. What a great way to come together.
And the thing that's neat, a lot of different organizations have like a run or a walk, but so many times, it has to be a really big organization. Otherwise, you only have a couple of people there. So the thing that's nice, by having 10 smaller organizations working together, we have a huge event. It's a really, really neat event, and everybody comes together to support each other. And every organization is walking away raising money, but we're doing it in a way where we're all having a little more fun doing it. I think it's a neat thing. So kudos to Health Connect for putting on the human race.
Absolutely. We're just we're so excited. We want to get people to sign up. We've had our guests here at the mission. They're signed up. We have staff signed up. So get your organization or individually or church group to sign up, because that's what it's all about. We want to do this together as a community to help support those in need.
And I'm going to make it really easy. We've got a link to that as well on our Facebook page. Elly, thank you so much. Let's talk again in a week or so about some of these other fun events that are coming up, all right?
Sounds good. Thank you, John.
Absolutely. Again, Elly Heckel is with the Union Gospel Mission in downtown Sioux Falls. You can find them online at UGMSiouxFalls.com.
If you watch the news, you've probably heard about interest rate hikes and other financial factors that could make you a bit nervous. At BetterCreditCards.com, we continue our commitment to help you get a better credit card. On the website, BetterCreditCards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this Monday?
Every now and again I bring up the fact that I've had a lot of cars ruined in Sioux Falls.
Yeah,
Yes, you have.
Most recently, about a month ago, I had my Mustang
Your
was
beautiful
totaled.
Mustang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Belongs to my good friend Shannon Nordstrom out in Garrettson now, which
Yes,
is nice.
it
Rest
does.
in pieces.
You just take that parts money, Shannon, and junk on it.
He'll take good care of that car.
I know what you're doing with those wheels.
It will live on, Dan. It will live on to make somebody else's dream car.
So it's been an interesting year for crashes. My Jeep got hit last year. My Mustang
Yeah.
got taken out this year.
Twice.
And then I actually got, it was kind of fun, some friends of mine down at Keller Television sent me a photo a couple months ago of the first home I owned in Sioux Falls, which got hit in the middle of the night by a car. And this car...
It's almost like there's a target.
Yeah, wherever I've been, wherever I've
Right.
gone, it's like, just run something into it. Then I trip over this article out of San Jose, California, that just cleared the desk here. This gentleman bought the home in 1960.
Oh, is this a guy that keeps getting run into?
His property's been slammed into 23 times
Isn't
so
that
far.
crazy?
He's lost 3 cars. His house has been hit 20 times.
Wow.
4 of those people have gone right through the house.
Yeah,
The
I
living
wouldn't
room
want to
is-
sit in that room.
Yep, Mr.
I wouldn't
Minter.
want to be anywhere near him.
Ray Minter, he says, grateful that no one in the family has been seriously hurt or killed by vehicles that crash into the family home over the past 50 years. And he says, well, my youngest niece, she was pretty young at the time. She was right there on the curb, and a lady came flying across and hit her. She's in the hospital a couple weeks, broken arm, but she's okay.
Oh, wow.
She'll make it.
Yeah,
She'll
just
pull
a
through.
couple
She's
weeks
a
in the
trooper.
hospital.
So all these years, literally, what happened, he bought the house in 1960. In 1972, they kind of revamped the freeway, which was nearby.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a ramp right by his house that people don't judge very well as far as speeds go.
Yeah.
They're just
You might
flat
want to
out-
fix that
Yeah.
before somebody
It's
goes,
like drunk 7-year-olds with a Hot Wheels track.
I would put together a nice, big, solid fence.
Oh, it's been done. $30,000 worth. In fact, the insurance company paid for it.
Oh, wow.
Iron Bars put it up, and that didn't do it either.
No
He says,
kidding.
no, the fence has been destroyed, and now after all these years, the county is taking a serious look.
You think so?
Hmm. Maybe they should
gracious.
just buy the property and put a big catcher's mitt there.
Yeah, one of the biggest crashes was back in 2016. Or 2016 rather, had to replace a big part of his insurance company's got to hate him at this point. But what are you going to do?
Oh,
What are
yeah.
you going to do?
You know, and according to Ray Minter, quote, the city needs to do something to protect not only us, but the entire neighborhood.
Yeah, and the drivers.
And the drivers.
Yeah, and the drivers.
Goodness
Who are just
gracious.
completely insane. Yeah, 23 times.
Our daughter, her house has been hit, I know, a couple of times. Once since she's had it, but once right before she got
Well,
it.
I've seen that retaining wall outside
Yep.
her house
Yeah.
get half destroyed.
They skid on the street and they bounce over the curb and hit a retaining wall. And it was just repaired in like 2019. And then she bought the house and then somebody did the same thing. The second time, it wasn't sliding on ice. It was a drunk driver, a lady that was in a minivan trying to outrun the police, and she did not. She went through a stop sign and hit a retaining wall and was stopped pretty good by the retaining wall. So,
Well, I think Ray Minter in San Jose probably got the land speed record so far.
Probably.
Going to be tough to beat 23 times. And he's
Yeah.
still going.
yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
So keep tabs on this.
I found that interesting, Dan.
Well, hey, thanks
I
for
found that interesting as well.
3 out of 3. Good job, Dan.
Well, feeling way too good about myself.
It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
While other wireless companies raise their prices, Mint Mobile has taken a different approach. You can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Let's say that again so you hear it right. $15 a month for unlimited premium wireless. Why would we do that? Because we can. If you're paying too much for your wireless phone, it's time for a Mintervention from Mint Mobile. You can sign up today at Mintervention.com. Premium wireless for just $15 a month at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Monday, August 22nd, 2022. Equity markets peaked out last week following a round of mixed reports from the retail sector. The takeaway from the reports is that inventory is bloating across the sector and driving an intensifying need for discounting. The news is good for consumers looking for a bargain, but bad for businesses hoping to maintain margin and profitability. The result is resulting in downward revisions to the earnings outlook, and that is what capped gains in the stock market. This week, earnings will fall to the wayside in favor of economic data and the FOMC outlook. There are few economic reports on the calendar, but the list does include the PCE price index. The index is expected to track lower alongside the CPI, but is also expected to remain well above the Fed's 2% target rate and support the idea of aggressive Fed action at the next meeting. You can get the inside track from Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at MarketBeatMinute.com.